Good evening, sim race fans. FSB Winston Cup Friday night coming to you live from historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Got our point standings up after 3 races there on the left side, and you can see series admin Slim Jim Gately is leading a full 18 points up on Ken Hansen there in second, and it's a dogfight from there on out with Mark DeCenza, last week's winner, 19 points out, Rick Bisconer 20 back, Ryan Johnson rounding out the top 5 at 24 points out, so every one of those guys is still in it. This is a fast track. Anything can happen, and gonna join me in the booth, we got Milt Minter Jr. What's up? Heck yeah. And speaking of track records, on the pole tonight, Mark DeRocket DeCenza with a 52.364. Slim Jim Gately, the series admin, there in second. Row 2, T.G. Reese in the 53. Row 4, Brian Lamb in the 09. Then we got Bob Dixon in 5th. Jim Margison. Oh, that's last night's truck winner, first-time truck winner, Bob Dixon in the 143. Yeah, very nice. Let's see, Pops Margison in 6th. Young Will Farmer there in 7th. Ryan Johnson 8th. Rick Bisconer 9th. Ken Hansen misses his car number by 1 and starts in 10th. And we are taking the grid. There's absolutely no rule about that. If you have a technical issue, by all means, get out and fix it. You don't want to make a habit of it because it starts to look suspicious. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. But hopefully they got it squared away. Let's round out this field here, though, with 11th place, Jeff Habick in the 101. 12th, Dino Francesconi in the 8 car. Number 14, Nick Walters, and 007, Dan Jones, rounding out the field tonight. That should put us especially in an Indy car. Those things are crazy around here. Stock cars are bigger, they're heavier, you actually have to lift, maybe even brake here tonight in these truck physics. And they go quite a bit slower. I think it might even be scarier because of how much you gotta slow down for these turns. This track had to be reconfigured from the traditional IndyCar style when they took NASCAR here as the pace car ducks off, and we are ready to go live. Can't imagine why that would be because I unmuted the desktop audio. Oh, right off the bat, Nick Walters and 007 Dan Jones are wrecking off turn 2. There's no caution after that? Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. For some reason, my desktop audio is still not coming up, even though I unmuted it. Yeah, maybe so. I apologize, everyone. I don't know what could possibly have caused that this time. I'm still not seeing my desktop audio meter trigger, so I'm going to have to, I may have to restart Open Broadcaster. I don't know what happened. And nope, it's still not working. Alright, I apologize, everybody. I'm going to close the broadcast software and restart. Nope, there we go. We should be back online now. Got a green light.
There we go.
Alright. Well, technical glitch there. That was not my fault this time. I don't know what happened. I'm going to blame OBS.
And it's here early, and we've had one crash and one caution, and we're back to live here. Or did we have a caution?
We did not have a caution from that, Milty. Dan Jones in the 007 and the 14 of Nick Walters had an altercation. I'm going to find it on camera 2 here and play it for the folk.
And you can even hear Melty popping his ice-cold Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And we are live. Mark DeCinza, the D-Rocket, out on point. Once again, these two are just dominating this series and pulling away early. E.G. Reese in third there. Well, you know, the thing about these broadcasts, all the microseconds of technology have to be in line.
Yeah, and I got that replay for us here on the split screen. Okay. We'll see what happened to Mr. Jones and Mr. Walters. Right on the start there at the back. Looks like some cars fanned out. Pretty clean through one. Yep, that 14 car just got loose up on the top. And Dan Jones, innocent bystander, Nick Walters, engine dead on impact.
Tough luck for Dan, man.
Yeah, it's an early end to both their nights.
Former King of the Hill winner there by 1 point. Ed.
Still all over that, huh, Milt?
Never. Looking for the pass here. It's Will Farmer on Pops Ferguson, and he makes the pass for 9th place or 8th place. Nice pass right in the turn 1 there. Textbook.
Yep, there is young Will Farmer making a name for himself here at FSB. Running that Ernie Irvin car, I believe.
Well, with his clean driving and maturity at a young age, definitely impressive. Most impressive. Pop's not hanging a pat, though. He's not done yet. The veteran of all veterans. Really, this is Indy. This is typical. Spread out. You can go real fast. Go real slow. You can go in the middle, and you try to. Tire wear is critical here. Thing is about these guys up front is they go fast and they save tires.
Yeah, and that's tough to beat once the draft spreads out like this in the two packs like we're seeing here.
Oh boy. Last night's winner, newcomer, I believe, Bob Dixon. It's the first time seeing him race, and he is all over Brian Lamb.
Yes, he is. I was talking about N2 Lamb before tonight's race about how he's improving steadily his whole time here. And he came in totally new to stock car racing when he joined FSB about the same time I did. And he's just made constant improvement season after season. He gets down on himself, but he needs to give himself more credit. He's putting some good runs together. He likes Indianapolis. He likes the flat tracks, and he's feeling good about tonight, and with good reason, sitting there in fourth place.
And they're not letting these leaders get away. That there was a gap there a little bit, and now TG's kind of closed up there. I don't, these guys in front are starting to think about, we better back it off a little bit here. You got to. There is draft here at Indy, and you got a 3-pack versus a spread 2 here. So far, that second pack is staying in tight, which is exactly what they need to do. Every corner is like a cheese grater. So, I mean, you miss one corner and grind your tires a little bit, you're going to pay the price. That tire heat's going to go up.
Yeah, as we see, Bob Dixon is looking for a way around Brian Lamb, and that is exactly what this second pack led by Ryan Johnson wants to see. I mean, they've fallen pretty far back, and so they need these guys up front to race and race hard. And as we said, drafting is essential here. These 1988 cars, they look like cars, but they're trucks underneath as far as the game's concerned. So trucks are they draft around here. They don't have the same give up on the grip as you go through the run as you get in a cup car. For one thing, they're not carrying nearly as much speed into these corners.
Your leader, Mark D. Rocket DeCenza, last lap 52.6, best lap 52.03. Already tire dag as they come to the line and see what they do here.
Ooh, I think Ken Hansen may have got a piece of the wall there. I just glanced over on the split screen and he was mighty close.
52.7. So definitely the leader is backing off. 52.8 for Jim Gailey. 52.7 for TG. 52.7 for Brian Lamb. Bob Dixon 52.6. So he's gained a tenth of a second or somewhere in the middle of that on Brian Lamb. Taking that low line later in the run, and he's looking to make the pass on Lamb here now. And that's kind of what you need to do in these flat tracks like that. You can migrate lower and get out of the gas and save tires if you can do it properly. But he can't make the pass.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a bit more help from behind there.
What are we looking at here for pit stops?
2.5 mile track. It's going to be about 18-20 laps, I believe. We go on board with Professor Slim Gately here. Take a look at a lap around Indy in a stock car as Bob Dixon takes another look. He's going to need a little more drafting help, I think, or wait for more tire degradation to get around Lamb. Alright, here we go down the front stretch with a view of the pagoda.
You can hear the car kind of stall out coming out of the turn 4, and then now the rev's getting up to about 8 grand.
I see not a whole lot of movement in the RPM range here. Oh, Lamb is around. Lamb is around.
Yellow is out. This is good for a lot of guys. Bad for Brian Lamb, the Southern California resident. And he is gone.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to make the NASCAR 5-minute fix program, so he has exited from the race.
Got it up here.
Picking up the
See what
pace
happened.
car.
Yeah. I'll show you what happened here on the replay. Going into turn 1 there. Looks like Bob Dixon backed it up, tried to make the run on him through the short chute. Lamb pushes up a little bit off of turn 1. Making the run going into 2, and it just couldn't keep it down there. And around goes Lamb. Tore up the back end, and he calls it a night.
Yeah, I'm sure he's disappointed. He's worked really hard throughout his career and gotten made so many improvements. A great road racer, and but tonight he done. Obviously, pit stops here, 4 tires. Don't mess around. I mean, this.
Absolutely.
It's early.
Yeah, you're going to take probably at least a can and a half of fuel on this anyway. So you might as well take the 4 tires. I don't think anyone would try and get track position with 2 at this point in the race. But Bob Dixon is staying out to lead a lap, get the Dave Marcus point.
He's in last place anyway, so good move, good points.
Well, he was 5th on the tail end of that pack, racing with Lamb for 4th when the incident occurred.
Well, he last now.
Yeah, he's going to be shotgun on the field, and what he's got to hope for is that the field can all go. That he doesn't get strung out and separated into 2 packs like we did this last run.
Slim Jim Gately, 4 tires. Step yourself into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, but
Right
you're
side.
watching Slim. I'm watching Mark DeSenza, and I hope he's not. He's too close to the. Nope, he's not. Okay, left side finally went up.
Okay.
I thought he might be too close to the wall and not get left side tires.
Smokes him coming out. Here comes GG Reese on the side, and he does not get it. It's Slim Jim Gately for a P2.
I hope Ryan didn't take any damage there. Trying to miss
Very exciting.
TG coming out of the pits.
Oh, and he did make contact. Oh, wow. Easy to say. Pit road, very little vision and very tight coming out of that exit.
Ryan's car looks good to me from here. He may have gotten away with one.
Slim Jim Gately clutching under caution. These guys don't miss a beat. This is pro sim racing, and he is coasting. This 2.5 mile track here. You always got to be thinking about fuel, and they're all doing the same thing. In NASCAR 2003. A little different than in real life. Your best option is to throw it in neutral the real guys, shut the car off, and then not really an option here.
Yeah, we don't have an ignition switch in this game. I believe iRacing has that,
But it is an equivalent, and it does, it gives you that same ability to save fuel, which is pretty
exactly.
darn realistic. This game, 2003, was masterminded.
Well, when you push the clutch all the way
wow.
in here, the RPMs do drop to 0 and your engine noise stops, so it's the equivalent. But
Absolutely, yeah.
people weren't clutching to save fuel. They weren't shutting the car off. They weren't clutching to
No,
save
when
fuel.
they made this
And when they
game,
made this game, it was when Ryan Newman came along and was winning all those races on fuel mileage. And everybody was grousing about Penske, like, what do they got in those engines? They must have something illegal in the fuel system. What are they doing? How are they getting so much more fuel mileage than anybody else, but still have the horsepower? Well, it turned out, it was still in the days of carburation. The team had figured out that there was a maximum carburetor you could run, but not a minimum, not a required size. It didn't have to be there. So they gave up just a little bit of CFM on the carburetor, and gave up 2 horsepower, 10 horsepower tops, and gained a huge amount of fuel mileage.
Well, all you got to do is go to the book that the great Mark Donahue wrote, The Unfair Advantage, and that'll tell you how Penske is.
Well, that's the thing. There was nothing unfair about it.
Well, that's the thing, It's but I don't know if you've read that book before.
No, I should. You've referenced it a few times. I should check that one out.
Yeah, my dad's actually in there a couple times because Penske and Mark Donahue were students of the game. Mark Donahue was an engineer. Mark Donahue was Penske's first stud. He was the guy that brought Penske into the light. But the first guy was Mark Donahue, and of course he won the Indy 500 with Penske, and his first. And from there, it's history. 17 now, and but for you who like to read, I've actually got a copy sitting right over here, bookmarked. Where he mentions my dad a couple times.
Nice.
These long runs right here, under caution.
This was the bulk of a fuel run here at 18 laps.
Well, you got to bring, lights are out now. Now you got to bring it again.
Yeah, we're going to restart here with what? 19 down. Out of 56. So we're going to have about 46, 47 laps. Yeah, wow, I'm really great with the math again this week. You're going to have about,
Whoopsie!
Yeah, really. You're going to have about 37 or 38 laps to run here. That's a one-stop race, any way you cut it. Question is, can they get it down to where they can just take a can and 2 tires on that stop? I think they can.
Yeah, pit road is so long here that it does give you options. The delta time is huge under green.
Absolutely. And you have to use that access road coming out. You don't have to use it coming in, but you do on the way out, and that just adds to the difficulty and the extra time you take in the pits.
Who's going to kiss the bricks at FSB tonight?
Well, Slim feigns not being very good at this track, but I don't buy it. So it's hard to bet against Slim, but Descenza's hot right now, so I'd say your front 2 is going to be just like the last few weeks.
Vegas on that one.
My other pick for the podium, though, is the hometown boy Ryan Johnson there, sitting in 4th right at the moment.
along with Pops Marguson.
Yeah, Pop's right here in Indiana as well. And we're back to green. Mark DeRocket on point.
So hard to get a run here unless somebody makes a mistake.
So yeah, like I said, with 37 to go, if they're getting 19 laps, that's one stop even. I seem to think you can get about 22 around this place.
When you're following and you want to get by, it's so tempting to push here. This race still is all about point A to point B, which is, are you going to get a long run, and are you going to be able to have the tires at the end to finally make that move? Those moves generally happen long in a run when somebody's tires start to fall off. Very hard to bully your way up front, almost impossible.
No, it's such an aero-sensitive track, there's just no way to make things happen. Well, Ryan is taking a peek under TG there, trying to see if we can force him into an error.
And that's what happens a lot of times, guys following or...
Oh, there's his opportunity. Oh, TG hits the wall hard contact.
That's not going to be good for the Skull car.
No, that's going to have some serious impact on his top speed.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he knocked the right side of that in real good. If he can stay with this pack... Yeah, if he can catch a caution and fix that, he might be alright, but if this goes green, it's going to hurt him big time. And Indianapolis is known for long green runs, also known for being stingy with the caution flag. I've seen cars just dead stopped on the track and no caution comes out.
Here comes Pops Marguson taking a look, but he's on the outside there.
Yeah, I think Pops...
Gets back in line.
Yeah, Pops saw that happen. He knows it's just a matter of time, so he just wants to keep the draft tight. And as TG pushes up with that damage, he'll find his opportunity and just get right on by.
Well, you know, when I'm grouting my tile work, there's nothing I like better than some Scotch blue tape. And, you know, I get some free rolls there every now and then from Pops, you know. So I got that going for me, which is nice, you know.
I could go for some of Slim's sponsor and a little bit of Will Farmer's there.
Touching.
Not so interested in the Skull myself.
Cat and mouse with first and second here. TG living off the draft, but you know he's got damage. He's going to fade back here.
Yeah, he wants to.
And
he
now
desperately.
Ryan Johnson has taken over that spot, and Brothers Body and Paint 59.
Yeah, TG desperately needs to keep his car in between at least two cars. So
Exactly,
if he gets onto the end of a draft or even out front of a draft pack, it's going to be detrimental.
Pops Marguson, his car really looks tight going into turn 3 and turn 1. He's running that outside line. I don't know how long he can do that before he finds that wall.
Yeah, what he needs to do is he needs to back up on TG here and just make a run down the straightaway.
Exactly.
He's gonna have the corner and straightaway speed on him, so just build it up and go. Meanwhile, Will Farmer, it's all over Pop's bumper.
You have to try to pass on the exit. You can't do it on the entry. All you can do is grind your right front off, and it's bad.
Or as we saw when the 143 and the 09 got together, yeah, that can happen when you try and pass on the entry. Meanwhile, Ken Hansen has fallen out of this draft. That's something that could have big points implications if he can't get caught back up here.
You know, great run for him last week. Podium and podium. Did he get a? Or he was just out of the podium, I think. A great recovery for him.
Yeah, I seem to remember talking to him last week.
This is a hard track to recover from.
Yeah, see here he's back with Rick Bisconer, and I don't know what happened to him on the start, how he lost the draft. He is now full 3 seconds back. He's officially out of the draft at this point. It's 1.4.
Looking from the back forward, Dino Francisconi's, the Madeira, Pride of Madeira, definitely by himself there, and he needs a caution. Rick Bisconer in ninth. The 9 has come back to him, and at least they got draft buddies. Oh, and the 9 hits the wall again. The Coors Motorcraft Ford has definitely got some issues, and he's got the 43 all over him. Bob Dixon, great recovery. We haven't mentioned him, and he's taking a look on Will Farmer, and they're going by Bob's. Dude, this is a great drive from last to now P6 at the line.
Nice.
This guy's got some skills. This is first time I've seen him run, and he ain't no joke here. Now he's taking a look at the youngster. Will Farmer was just impressed the heck out of me. But he's got a mirror full of that 143 car.
Now, if I'm in Bob Dixon's seat there, I'm going to help Will get back up to TG before I try and make anything happen. As you try and keep compounding the passes here, you're going to break that pack up a little further, and you might lose the draft.
Exactly. That's our pool. That's champion talking right there. That's how you win championships, is those type of that type of thinking, and he's doing exactly that. He backed off. He sees the big picture. They're all right in front of him. That's where you want to be.
He also has to factor in that he does have an Indy on him. But I would have to. I can't call it officially, but he has to. He has to drive as if he has one.
Yeah, we don't make those calls. The admins do, but as a driver, you could say that. I would definitely, as a driver, I would count one on myself.
Right. Yeah, as a driver, even if you don't know if it was going to be called for you or not, you have to take it and just make race under the assumption and try and keep your nose clean the rest of the night. And those two are hooked up, and they are well within the draft, so we're going to go at it. Now let's go back here.
Those guys are getting away here, negative.
I am going to take it back a bit, this restart, and see what happened to that pack of, mini pack, the duo right now, of Ken Hansen and Rick Bisconer.
FSB split screen, baby. Love it. You got this down, dude.
So here we got it back here on the picture-in-picture, green flag in the air, and Ken Hansen was actually shotgun on the field. And it looks like a clean start. I don't know, they got off to a good start. Maybe they just got to racing and lost the draft.
You're going to split this thing in half. You're probably looking at about 8 more laps. But I don't know if they want to do that. Because they're getting really close to the wall, apexing. Jim Gailey was like, you could put a paper between him and the wall. Guys are pros, man.
So that was just it. Rick Moscona got a little bit of a slow start, not terrible, but then just the racing between Dino, Ken, and Rick, that was enough to
lose that draft.
To get them just a little bit out of the draft, and that's what I was talking about just now with Bob Dixon.
Absolutely.
After you make one pass,
you
make one pass, you got to put that draft back together before going at it again, or else this is what happens.
Plus, you said that when you went to the back. I said it was a good move. You said, I don't know about that. And but somehow he managed to be in front of them and stay with that lead draft. That's
what happened there. Is he made that he stayed out one lap, but these guys also came in and topped off right before the green. So they came in the lap after. So it was the right move for Bob, wrong move for Ken Hansen, but the night is young. There's still
very nice. 6 cars right in the mix here. How about that?
Yeah, we're just about to get halfway.
DG is the one that's, what do you do? I mean, you need to fix that damage, but if you get a green flag stop, and you fix that damage, you're going to lose this draft. What you going to do?
Yeah, he is not going to have a chance to fix that, I'm afraid, because they're going to run the tank dry, I'd assume.
He needs a caution.
Yeah. He could actually benefit if he can get someone to go with him from a short pit. Because if he pits for only a can or a can and a half, as soon as that fuel fills up, and they keep working on the tires, someone will be free to bang out at least a little bit of that damage.
Yeah, boom, 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 and
get a few taps on it, yeah. But if he stays out with everybody...
you have to have a draft partner.
That's the thing, he needs someone to do it with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh boy, it's starting to separate a little bit here. Tire wear, and they're thinking about stops. The focus you have to have, it looks real simple. They're just driving around in an oval. But because they're thinking about a lot of things here, and also tire wear, all of a sudden now TG's fall back and coming into the clutches of the group behind them, and also in fear of losing the draft. Maybe that damage is starting to expose itself here. 53-1 last lap. Ryan Johnson 52-9. Slim 52-9. 52-9 for the leader. So it's all in the numbers right there.
Yeah, this is a situation where Bob Dixon's going to want to try and find a way around TG quickly because they fall much further back. I mean, he's currently 1.4 back of the leader.
He'd like to have Will there too, but Will's falling back too. You cannot underestimate tire drag here, and how it later in these runs, all of a sudden it rears its head, along with just missing one corner.
There we go, looking underneath.
That's what's so hard about winning Indy is you've got to be a machine. Can't make one mistake, and we're looking at the pass down low. The veteran TG is going to give him that and make it as easy as he can, and he did. And now that gives Will Farmer an opportunity here. Unfortunately for TG, I think he's going to have to give it to him, and he probably will.
Yeah, if I'm Bob Dixon, dip a nose down too and try and give Will a draft around because he needs all the help he can get. See if the time updated here.
Well, that's the key. If you're going to give that position, you also got to understand that he's probably doesn't want to give that position.
Yep, there we go. Okay, so Bob Dixon's picked up that draft to Ryan Johnson, made the pass at exactly right time.
Another great move. This guy's obviously got some skills, and in his first rodeo.
Yeah, I think Will Farmer's about to learn a lesson about the harsh realities of drafting. And that if he doesn't get around TG quickly, he's going to fall out of the draft. Oh, TG coming in.
Pit stop for the 53. Gold Bandit. Ding! Down pit road. What he really needs is these other cars to do this next lap, and we're seeing that. Box, 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 as they say in Formula One. We got huge pit stops coming. They're obviously splitting this thing up, and that will give them about 17 laps to the end.
Yep, so they went for the split down the middle, and this could help them. If everybody pits all at once and they have to take it easier coming in, he might have a little extra time to fix that damage.
4 tires for the 53 of TG Reese, and they're beating on the car. He's getting it fixed.
And Bob Dixon stays out an extra lap.
And he leaves pit road. Now, it's not going to be this lap. It's going to be the next lap. Who's he going to pick up here? They made the decision to beat that thing out, and it looks a lot better on the right-hand side. Down pit road are your leaders. Trying to maximize his exit here, and very good job leaving pit road. Got to hope to pick up that draft. The Hooters Buick, Dino Francisconi down pit road. Man, he needs a caution. Still in the top 10 here. Solid runs for Dino.
Well, here comes Bob Dixon all by himself, and we'll see how much that one lap hurt him.
4 tires for the 43 car of Rick Biscotter. He exits behind Pops Markson in the Scotch Blue Ford.
While our lead trio takes that road course approach coming through the access road, and fantastic stop by Checkered Flag Motorsports 1, 2, 3. I'd say they're going to check out on everybody now.
We see smoke coming out of pit road.
Someone spin on the exit.
Well, I just see smoke, so. Ryan Johnson right in line there, executing at the highest level. Got a shot here. Bob Dixon out of P1 exiting pit road. Where's he going to cycle in as the leaders go by? Right out to the grass for Bob Dixon. I don't think he ain't pushing, but he's not going to catch that draft. And he has no friends.
Nope, that one extra lap combined with stellar pit stop execution and coordination by your front three just didn't stand a chance.
Okay, well, I'm going to step away and get me a couple more beers here for the finish. I'll be right back.
All right, Milton.
Sponsored by Budweiser.
Yeah, so the story is set for the finish here, I believe. Should see your standings update as pit stops cycle through. Back to the lead, Mark DeCenza. With a full 3-second lead over 4th place Bob Dixon. See where Ken Hansen's at. Okay, TG has cycled back to 10 seconds back, all by himself. Will Farmer, 15 seconds back. He could actually pick up, or rather they can pick up with Jim Margison and Rick Pisconer. Get a little draft going there. So if those three can hook up and then they can catch up to TG, I might be able to run down that front four if things go well. But it's going to be difficult because these guys have been fast all night. That's why they're up there. So we'll just keep with this split screen for now with your Pops Margison and Rick Pisconer as they try and catch up to a drafting partner on your left side, and then your leaders on the right with Mark DeRocket DeSenza still holding serve. Ken Hansen goes a lap down.
Three-horse race, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, unless it can catch a caution, which is unlikely with the field spread this far out. I don't know what happened to Ken Hansen tonight, but it has not gone according to plan. So he's gone a lap down.
Yeah, he's going to take a beating in the points tonight. Coming up on 12 laps to go. Ryan Johnson getting a great run here, trying to figure this out.
Hey, he's looking all over. Meanwhile, that mini pack of Pops and Pisconer has caught up to Will Farmer in the 2-car. Made that a 3-car draft. And they'll probably catch up to TG Reese, but that's just not enough.
Ryan Johnson all over the 23.
Yeah, Pops looking underneath Will Farmer. Makes the pass nice and clean off of corner.
Coming up on 11 to go.
And in the if it's not one thing, it's another category, my lap counter has stopped updating on the broadcast here. Alright, why am I getting more gremlins? I had this stuff figured out, man.
It's microseconds, man. Last lap, Ryan Johnson, P3, 52.3, just 0.3 off. Well, almost 52.4. Still pushing really hard. 52.3 for Jim Gately. 52.4 for the leader, Mark D. Rocket DeSenza. Lest we forget about this guy's been leading the whole race. We haven't hardly even talked about him. His domination, think this is like I don't know, 16, 17 years I've been doing sim racing. I knew Mark way back from when he was in another league, CC Racing, and from a guy that Dan Smith that helped us start FSB, and I go over there and play with those guys every now and then, and I was like, man, this guy's good, you know, and he eventually found his way over here, and now a longtime veteran, and nothing's changed very much. He's always been so good at Indy, just a machine, very hard to beat.
All right, lap counter is fixed.
These guys are taking a little breather here, but they need to. You know, his speed is dependent on their draft too, so still well within the draft, but they're getting a little bit of spacing here. At some point, they need to start to gobble him up and work together. I mean, this is for the win at Indy, so photo finish, team 1, 2, 3 is fine, but I want to be that guy in front. Heck with that. Get this guy.
Well, you got Rick Visconti looking under Pops, trying to take over the 6th position, as that draft pack is also catching up to TG Reese in the 53. So you'll have 4 cars hooked up against the front 3, but they're still just too far back to make it up with the time that's left.
Slim Jim Gately. Dip yourself into a Slim Jim. Let's go, Jim. He is like a paper thin. I cannot believe lap after lap how much of that track he uses like a well-oiled machine without contacting that wall. It's just skill personified.
Excuse me. Yeah, I ran with Slim quite a lot over the last couple of seasons, especially here in the Winston Cup, and I can tell you, I don't think I have ever seen him hit the wall. Just flat out smack the right side of the car. So yeah, definitely like a machine. And count on one hand the number of times I've seen him spin.
The thing is, they're talking on the team channel together too. So there's a little banner going on, and they're taking a little break here, talking about how their cars are. You know, as teammates, you pretty much, you know, obviously you don't want to wreck your teammate. At the same time, our rule was always, with 2 to go, gotta go. So.
Oh, absolutely. Same at Pony Express. So. Same at Pony Express. When it's time to go, it's time to go. But you help each other get there.
Exactly, and I think that's why they're in formation right now.
I mean, Ryan can't. I don't think he can make a move without some help or taking advantage of a move that Slim makes. And Slim's known he can't make a move on Mark without Ryan's help, probably.
Well, we haven't seen any, you know, loss of performance out of these guys, except for natural tire degradation.
Second
as
pack.
The tires go off, but they will be experiencing tire degradation to see if a little more pressure might make a mistake here.
Yeah, the second pack is back to 3 cars with Pops fading as well. Will Farmer couldn't keep up with them once they caught him.
This is, man, imagine running 400 miles at this track. I mean, this thing is, it works you. It's a workout. Guys are getting tired, and they've been sitting in that seat for an hour and at least, and you know, these were mistakes can be made.
Hey, TG fixed that damage, and his car is stout, sitting there in 5th place. Rick Pisconer can't seem to find a way around him.
But at the same time, you're looking at these pros here. This ain't their first rodeo, so they know how to setting up your rig, getting it comfortable, knowing.
I'm showing a caution on the track. What is that for? And this, oh no, that's the end of the race. Yeah, with 3 to go, that's it. Race over.
Caution is out.
No NASCAR overtime rules here.
Four or five to go, you get the restart.
Nah, yeah, not tonight though. This is done. And Ken Hansen is listed as retired. I wonder if that was him.
Mark DeCenza cruises to the win. Easy for me to say, because actually it's very difficult.
I've got Ken Hansen up on my other computer here to see what happened to him. See if maybe he blew up or something. Oh! I wonder if it was Ken who was having those calibration issues, because when you see what happened to him, very strange. First of all, the right side of his car is utterly destroyed, which probably explains why he's been lagging behind. So I have him up here on the main picture.
Oh yeah, a big lick right on the.
So he smacks the wall. Yeah, smacks the wall on the straightaway, getting into 3. Now watch this. Bam! Into the outside wall.
Oh.
And the short chute to the inside. And then it just spins to a halt. That has all the earmarks of losing calibration.
Yes, it does.
And then, of course, the immediate retirement.
No, computers are. Sim racing is broadcasting, sim racing, racing, sim racing. It's a lot of technical stuff that can go wrong, you know.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can figure out what that audio issue was, because that's disturbing. When I started tonight, yeah, it was unmuted, but it wasn't playing. The little meters weren't bouncing or anything.
Sometimes things just don't work, you know. The way you
I don't like that. I like stuff that works, man.
Well, that's why you got such a great broadcast here. All these bells and whistles takes a smart guy to figure that out. Sometimes the internet has different plans, you know. Well, they still have to cross the start-finish line here, and we've seen crazier things.
I have seen cars blow up under caution. I have been the car that blew up under caution.
Or, you know, where you celebrate too early and you lose the race. That's another one that really sucks. Yeah. It's part of sim racing, and
it happened in real life to Mark Martin.
Yeah, it's. Well, so, you know, we encourage more drivers, more cars, see some more FSB guys out here, and we're going to be broadcasting, God willing, you know.
Absolutely, as the white flag is out under caution here. And the finish will be pretty much what we predicted from the start. Mark DeCenza, Slim Jim, and Ryan Johnson with a good run. I don't think either of those two, Slim Jim or Ryan, managed to lead any laps tonight. So this will be a real good points night for Mark DeCenza. But Slim should hold on to his points lead.
You know, Mark is about winning races, and he's going to be really excited. That's his, and Slim too, a lot, because neither one of them have really. They have a hard, these series. Fortunately, this great job by Sam and the admins to make these series a little bit shorter. I think that's a good move, and allow guys to miss races, and also series not dragging out for guys that want to race for a championship. They'll get to get back at it again real soon, so. And for guys, that like, Liam and Mark, and everybody, work, life.
Yeah, those 22 race seasons, the racing's intense enough. You don't want to also have to worry about what's going to happen if your internet goes down one weekend. The 12 race season rather, that happens, you got a chance to bounce back from it, or if you don't, next season comes up a lot quicker. But I've raced for championships under both those systems, and it was still quite intense under the 12 race schedule, and 2 or 3 series, including the Super Speedway series that I was fortunate enough to take home last season. They came down to 1 point. The FSB Cup came to 1 point. The Super Speedway was 1 point. The Grand National was actually tied. And Slim and I came down to the last race here in Winston Cup, and he missed 2 races. So it's a great new format, and Mark DeCenza is officially our winner tonight. We'll round that up with Mark DeCenza taking home P1, Slim Jim Gately in second, Ryan Johnson, hometown boy in 59 car, in third place. Bob Dixon backing up that truck run with a solid 4th place. T.G. Reese bouncing back from some serious right side damage to round out your top 5. Rick Bisconer in 6th, Pops Marguson 7th, Will Farmer 8th, Dino Francesconi in 9th place, another good run for him. 10th place, Ken Hansen. Brian Lamb with tough luck in the 09 comes home 11th. Jeff Haybeck, I didn't see what happened to him, but he's also retired in the 101 car, credited with 12th place. Nick Walters in the 14 and 13th, and Dan Jones also involved in that lap 1 accident. Comes home shotgun on the field, never even completed a lap.
Well, we're going to jump down there and grab these top 3 guys, and they got to say.
Absolutely.
User left your channel.
Well, it was a dominant run by DeCenza, but we still had plenty to talk about tonight. We had differing pit strategies, some unfortunate events for a few of our drivers, but all in all, just a dominant show for Checkered Flag Motorsport. Now we'll have to wait here while Milty rounds up our podium finishers. We'll see soon what the points implications are of tonight. As you recall, coming in, Slim is our points leader. Had an 18-point lead over Ken Hansen, who's going to take a serious hit tonight. So I believe Mark DeCenza should pull up about 4 or 5 points into that lead, move him into 2nd place. as we are now a third of the way into this 12-week season.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
And next week we head to my mom's home state of Kansas for a nice, fast 1.5 miler. All right, we got Ryan Johnson, our third place finisher, up here in the booth with us tonight. Ryan, how was your run tonight at your home track?
Well, as always, you know I love running Indy, so I didn't qualify very well. I didn't turn many practice laps. My first laps were under qualifying, actually, and I wish I would have did some practicing because I got caught behind a little bit there. But after that first yellow, I was able to gain some positions and keep it throughout the night. I didn't have anything for my teammates.
User joined your channel.
I'm not going to complain with the top three.
Yeah, we saw you get broken apart in that second pack on the first run there. You were probably the happiest guy in the place to see that caution.
Oh yeah, I knew I could get, run top 5. I didn't know if I could do a top 3, but yeah, I definitely wanted that caution. And after that, it was just hold it there and that green flag pit stop. I was really happy. I was telling my teammates over just a minute ago that green flag pit stop did it, because it's hard to keep up with those guys. But I feel like I nailed my green flag pit stop, and that changed it all. So was able to stay with them, get a top 3.
Yeah, you guys went in there like synchronized swimmers and came out the same. It was perfect. A well-executed team pit stop for checkered flag there. Now we got Slim Jim, our series admin and points leader, going in P2. How was it out there for you tonight? Did you have anything for the Rocket?
He thinks I did, but I really don't. I mean, the setup just pushed really bad when you were behind somebody, and you could make up a little bit on the straights, but when you go down the turns, it just seemed to push, and you just lose your momentum when you come off the turn. So I was giving it everything I could pretty much at the end. I kind of laid back a little bit about the first 10 laps of the last run and trying to save my tires a little bit, but I really don't think it would have made any difference. I think he was the man to beat tonight. I said that at the beginning of the race, and it's just his place. But hey, I want to shout out to my team, man. I'm just stoked, man. 1, 2, and 3, 2 weeks in a row, man. We just bad to the bone, ain't we?
Yeah, it's going to come down to a dogfight between you guys, I'm thinking here, with Ken Hansen and Rick Bisconer not having particularly good nights. This should put you guys 1, 2, 3 in the points. It was really tight from second on back coming in. And yeah, we got 3 horses in this race, so Slim's going to be tough to beat. Were you trying to bribe Ryan there to try and get around Mark? Was there some team orders and wheeling and dealing going on there?
No, nothing at all.
We don't have team orders at the end.
Oh, no, not at the end, I'm sure. But
yeah, it's all for ourselves. And like I said, it was weird. It was just really hard to, I thought maybe I could get up there and kind of challenge Slim or maybe push Slim, but you get up on a bumper and then it'd push. So it was just, if the guy's fast in front of you, you're not going anywhere.
And if you pull out alone here, you hit a wall of air and it's dead.
Well, I've been watching Mark DeCenza for a long time, and I wasn't expecting any mistakes out of that 6 car.
Yeah, speaking of our race winner back-to-back, Mark DeCenza, great job, man. How was the run out there from your view? Did you ever feel any pressure there?
I want to say no, but I mean, when Slim, when he's behind me, there's always pressure. But being out front and clean air, I felt pretty good because the car just handled great. But that second to last run there, we had to save a little bit of fuel. But other than that, it was a great run, a great team run. And I felt pretty good out front. Like he said, it does push behind somebody. You can pass somebody, but you got to be that much faster, really, to get by him. But it's my favorite track. I'm just so happy to win here. I never just get to seem like I don't get the luck here sometimes, but it's my favorite track, and it's nice to win here.
I've known you for what, 16 years, 15
Long time.
years, and man, you always been good here. You guys are both just using every inch of the track. I mean, you could put a paper in between you guys on your entry into turn 1 and turn 3, and lap after lap, it was just no contact, but it was like there's not even any room in between them. I mean, it was just crazy. Great execution there. That's probably why they couldn't make a move on you. I mean, you had to make a mistake, and you did not.
Yeah, I felt good out front. I didn't feel comfortable. Like I said, Slim's behind me. Ryan was there, so
Yeah.
you never get comfortable. But I felt pretty good. It's just, I would never underestimate or put it past anybody to do anything when it comes to Slim because the type of driver he is, you never know. But I felt good, but not comfortable.
Yeah, we just didn't see. We were wondering how it was going to shape out, but that's racing, and that's the sim. 3 laps to go. It's a done deal, and collect your check. All zero, zero of it.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
Well, after the first 2 weeks, I mean, I like wrecked out, I think, with 2 to go with the first 2 weeks. So I'm just happy with a good finish. Last week, I kind of stole one from Slim there because he was the car to beat with the 4 and 2 tire change. So really, it's just, I won, but I'm just happy to get a good finish.
Well, look at the competition and look what it takes to win at Indy is I think in all the years I've run and the championships I don't even know if I got a, I definitely don't have a Friday win at Indy. It's a hard win to get, and so you should be celebrating for
any
sure.
Friday win.
It's nice to win here. When I came here, I seen you had an Indianapolis 500, and I was like, "Oh my God, how awesome is that?" But I did win one. But boy, I'll tell you, it's so hard to win that, and that was probably the best win that I ever had here. But anytime I could win here, it's just awesome. Because like I said, it's my favorite track besides Phoenix. So
that's definitely my favorite trophy. As I look over at it right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine.
500.
Yeah, I wanted that one bad, but Matt Watkins just had that little bit of gas on me last year. Going for it again this year. We're going to do it right. We're going to get the Indy 500 running. I'm going to take my shot at it. Anyway, Jim has uploaded the points, and I have them up here on our screen. And as predicted, Mark DeSenza pulls the 14 points back. Bisconer holding on there in third place, 24 points back, and Ryan Johnson, our third place finisher tonight, 25 back. And all this time I see Milty's dragged up our newcomer to the booth, Bob Dixon. Solid fourth place run tonight, first truck win last night. Tell us what it was like out there for you tonight. I saw you were on some different strategy.
Yeah, it was fun. I wound up taking an extra lap when the 3 runners went in, and that just put me back too much, and I lost a lot of track space then. But the car ran good. I was able to run it a little bit better than I usually run it, but good job to Mark, and Slim and Ryan stayed right in there. It was good it was fun watching them up there.
Yeah, good run, Bob.
Yeah,
nice job last night.
Yeah, 10-4. Yep. Good job, man.
Definitely do.
Thanks,
definitely saw the skills there, and you did get a win Thursday night in the trucks, I believe.
Yes, you did. That was last night's race.
Yeah, that was a fuel run.
Trucks at Texas.
I tried racing outside at the end, Slim. Or I mean, Bob there with a couple to go. I tried on the outside to race you, but I was just spitting and sputtering.
People poo-poo fuel mileage wins in real racing, but I think they're part of real racing, but they're an even bigger deal in sim racing because we're not just the driver, we're the crew chief. So right. we're making those calculations while driving the damn car. So it's
very difficult.
You do not. You do not need to apologize. You do not need to apologize for fuel mileage wins in sim racing.
Slim fired his crew chief last week, though, so I don't know if I agree with that statement.
Well, Mark,
I had a serious talking with him, that's for sure.
Mark, I'll tell you, my motor started sputtering right after I entered 3, and it quit completely exactly as I hit the start-finish line, so I had just enough gas.
Wow, awesome, man.
Yeah, I ran out off turn 4, but
I'm surprised I beat you, Sean, because I coasted. I mean, I just beat you. I was coasting from the middle of 3 and 4 to the finish line.
I
see
thought
you guys
I got
coming
you.
and coming and coming.
I thought I passed you, and I looked up at the standings, and I didn't get by you in time. Yeah, I clutched from the start, but I let you guys get too far away, I guess. Well, great show tonight again. Next week in Kansas. We'll catch you guys then.
Good job, Sean and Milty. Good job.
Thanks,
you guys
sir.
do an awesome job. Thanks for doing
Thanks,
this
Can't wait to watch the
broadcast, man. Awesome. Good job.
Yeah, there was a little hitch at the beginning. I don't know why the desktop audio.
I had it live, and I noticed it, but it wasn't very long. It was maybe a matter of 2, 3, 4 minutes.
Yeah, we only missed a couple laps there of audio, and this time it was unmuted, but it wasn't coming through. I don't know.
I just want to have a shout-out word to Ryan Johnson. He's had some great finishes in the last week or two. He always runs good, and I told him last week he just needs some better luck. So awesome to him. He's been running good. He's been getting top 3, top 5 finishes a lot. So
that's what I said at California. Yeah, Ryan has the great runs, but the luck just makes you its bitch, man.
I second that. Really appreciate that. That's great. Thank you.
I'm not going to congratulate Slim. He runs good every week.
Yeah, you don't have to bother with that. You just need that on an auto chat. Congrats,
I mean, I'm
Slim.
14 points back, but you know what? That's like being 50 back.
This is what we deal with on the team channel.
All right.
Never a dull
It's
moment.
like FSB After Dark.
Ryan drives me nuts on team channel.
And on that note, folks, we're going to call it a night and come back at it next week. Thanks for joining me again, Milt. Thanks for joining us, Slim, Mark, Ryan, and Bob for FSB Live. Good night.